Don't you want to get snatched? Hello YouTube, and welcome back to my channel, Snatural Remedies. Today is going to be about full body HIIT workout. Yes, it's time to start burning. So before we get started, hit the like button, subscribe, and if you already have, thank you so much. And if you're new to the channel, stay tuned. Watch so that you can get snatched. You guys have heard me talk about in my journey video how I gained 70 pounds, being on chemotherapy and steroids. I've lost weight, gained weight before previously in my life, so I feel like I'm pretty much becoming an expert on how to lose weight and get my body back to where it is that I want. I've been talking about all these regimens and all these great things to heal your body. Now it's time to put your money where your mouth is. I'm a firm believer that when you work out, jump into this thing. There's no reason to slowly warm yourself up and stay comfortable throughout your workout. If that's a workout that you're looking for, you're not gonna get that on my channel. But when I get it in, I get it in. So when I'm losing weight, I like to think of it in phases. The first phase is that weight loss phase. You wanna get in there and burn that fat. You're gonna lose some muscle too. That also happens sometimes, which is okay. Those hips are gonna come down, ladies. It's gonna happen. That booty, that bang, some of them assets that we like to hold on to. And our bust line is going to come down. Be okay with that. Embrace your body as it goes through the weight loss journey. The second phase is your toning and your strengthening phase. That's when you're really just honing in on making your body strong. That's when you get into a lot of your Pilates moves. That's when you get into a lot of your yoga moves. You're still doing some weights, but it's not heavy weights. We're making sure that our knees, our ankles, our joints, and our body is ready for the next phase. And that final phase is that body reconstruction. I mean, I know you're looking in the mirror like, dang, okay, well, I've lost everything. I'm looking good and lean, but I'd like to kind of put some shape back into my body. Now it is time to rebuild. It's time to restructure this body. This is where we hit the weights. This is where it gets heavy. This is what we prepared for, right? I am at the end of my second phase. I've gone through my weight loss journey, also gone through my tone and my strengthen phase. Your girl's ready to build this body back. The thighs, the booty. I want to build some muscle. I want to rebuild some glutes. I want to rebuild this chest line. And that's our third phase of working out. So I want to share with you guys my go-to. This is easy. You can do this in your living room. It only requires a few things. I'm using 15-pound bells, a set of 20-pound bells, one 10-pound bell, my medicine ball, my big exercise medicine ball, sliders, and I'm using my yoga mat. In addition to that, I also have to stay hydrated. You know, you guys have to keep water on you. You gotta keep fresh towels because we're definitely about to get our sweat on. And grab some beats, grab some headphones, grab your iPod, whatever it is that you're using for some music, because you're gonna need the motivation. Again, this is HIIT, so this is kind of like circuits. So every time we do a round of workouts, we're gonna do arms, we're gonna do core, we're gonna do lower body, and then we're gonna do cardio. We're gonna do that for 3 rounds. I'm gonna use my sliders this time to do my warm up, and this is also gonna be used to do my cardio in between these circuits. Get your feet nice and adjusted in the center of those slides. I wanna make sure that I'm nice and stretched out in an area where there's nothing that's gonna stop my legs from moving and stop my sliders. Make sure your arms are in the push-up plank position. As you are so-called running on these sliders, you're gonna breathe with your run. Go in, out. I keep this repetition at least for 2 minutes. Now that we've warmed up, it's time to stretch. So first I'm gonna do 3 neck rotations to the right, 3 neck rotations to the left, forward motion, shoulder rolls, 5 to the front, and then shoulder roll 5 to the back. We're gonna rotate our hips, hands on your hips. Hold your feet shoulder width apart. And we're gonna do hip rotation, starting to your right, all the way around. Switch to the left, 5 full circles for the hips. It's so important to keep your joints rotated prior to and after workouts. Now put your feet together, knees together. You're gonna put your hands right above your knees, and now we're gonna do knee rotations, 5 to the right and 5 to the left. Rotate those knees, keeping all the fluid just in proper motion. Breaking up any inflammation in the joints is really important for prior and after workouts. Now let's get into stretching. I like to put my hands above my head, stretch all the way up to the top. Your fingers should be interlaced. Hold your head back. Now stand straight up and pull that stretch over to your far left. Hold that for 10 counts. And I'm switching it over to the right side. And then we're gonna straighten back up to the center. Now bring your hands down, keeping them interlocked, straight in front of you. Knees should be slightly bent here, so there's no stress on your back. Now, bring your arms behind you, interlace your fingers, and stretch up the opposite way. Moving on to a tricep stretch, I'm going to put my right hand behind my neck and take my left hand, grab my right elbow, and stretch over to my left. And over to the right side, switch arms. Put your feet back together and reach down to your toes. You're going to stay down and you're just going to open your legs wide. And stay in the middle. Bring your hands over to your left ankle. Hold that stretch there. Now switch over to the right side. Hold that right ankle. Now we're going to stand up, and then I'm going to take my right ankle, put it in my left hand, stretch my thigh, stand up nice and strong, and switch over, left ankle to right hand. Our last stretch is we're going to stretch these calves. So I like to turn to the side, and I just put my right leg behind me, lunging with my left leg in front, and you're just going to hold down that right heel to really give the calf a nice stretch. And then switch over, lunge with the right leg and put the left leg back. Really press that left heel down. All right, party people, it's time to get into this workout. The first exercise we're gonna do are bicep curls. So you're gonna go on and grab your weights, stand up nice and straight, and we're gonna alternate right arm, left arm. And we're gonna do this for a 14 count on each arm. So the next exercise we're gonna roll into are the military press. So grab the weights, make sure you're standing up nice and tall. I like to bend my knees slightly, straight up in the air, and I'm actually coming up 20 degrees in front of my head. Now we're gonna quickly move over to the next exercise. Let's get these triceps. I'm gonna grab one weight. I'm gonna stand up nice and tall, slightly bend my knees, launch my right arm up into the air, bend it at a 45-degree angle, and take my left hand and stabilize it above my head. And we're gonna pump 14. Switch sides, we're gonna do the same thing on our right. Now we're done with arms. Let's hit some abs. Grab your big medicine ball. If you don't have an exercise ball, feel free to do some crunches. And the way I do my crunches on this ball is I like to fully extend back and fully extend all the way up. That way you're working all the abs at the same time. After our 25, we're done here. We're gonna get it straight to the yoga mat. Tuck your hands underneath your butt. Put your chin down to your chest. Raise both feet about 3 feet off the ground. And we're gonna do some flutter kicks, 25 flutter kicks. The cadence is 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2. It should be nice and fluid. Now that we're done with our flutter kicks, we're gonna move on to our next exercise. Stay on the ground, and we're gonna move into some bicycles. So put your hands behind your head, put your knees up to your chest, and let's begin to cycle this out. And for cycles, we're gonna count to 25, 25 for each leg. Now that we're done with our ab exercises, we're gonna move on to our lower body. Grab whatever weight works for you, and we're gonna do some basic squats here. Get your feet shoulder width apart. So I'm gonna bring it down, squat. While you're doing these squats, you wanna keep your chest up, you wanna keep your chin up, you wanna be breathing at a good pace. Now we're gonna move on to our next exercise, and that's gonna be a lunge. I'm gonna start with my left leg, put my right leg back, and then lunge down. The leg that's lunged in front of you, my knee is not over my foot. Very important. And when you're kind of coming down with your lunges, you want to tuck your hips just a little bit. Now that we've done 20 on that leg, we're going to switch over and do 20 on the next. Now that we're done with our lunges, we're going to do our last exercise in this circuit, and that is our sliders. So bring those sliders back out, and we're going to slide, but this time we're only going to slide for 45 seconds. This should really bring your body back in full circle. Your arms should be shaking, your core should be shaking, your lower body should definitely be feeling all the exercises we just did. That completes our circuit. Now we're ready to knock this thing out.
See, I jump, I put your body in the body bag. Please, I do it better than you. Ego so big, you will orbit my head, and you only be seen as a tool. Wait, you only be seen as a fool. Eyes on the game that we covered in jewels. So when I ask, favors coming like two. So when I ask, favors coming like two. Yeah, I know the girl from behind like a thief in the night. I pull up after night with a couple of knives and a couple of guys and a couple of bullets. Gonna wanna be spotted. Think about screaming, it's best not to try out. The neighbors are watching with tears in their eyes like, God damn. See, I'm a rock star with this shit. Diamond choker, iced out wrist, boost the yard. Got the drip, drip the sauce. Get off my body, I'll go hammer with it. Lift the off, hide behind the shit. Okay, y'all know the drill. I got psycho with this. Yo, bustin' boys on top, like they gon' spaz like I did. Got a thunder, crush the meal, now I gon' ham it. Yo, lift up off your mask, so I went hide behind this shit. I got psycho in this shit.
That is my HIT full body workout, you guys. Trust me, this workout got me back in shape, y'all. I lost 70 pounds and this is where I started. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more workout videos. I'm gonna bring you in here with me. We're gonna do this together. I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Peace, 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 peace.